Hey, good day, YouTube. Thought I'd do another update, let you know where we're at here. Um, Tomorrow, Thursday, I have to head to Medford and see if we can do something about this joint pain. It has subsided with the ferritin level coming down, which is in what they call maintenance mode. I haven't done anything for a month, but it's not as bad as it was. But anyways, we'll make the trip over tomorrow and talk to another doctor and see what's up. And then Friday, I'll go give up some blood and do iron panel and I think, maybe comprehensive too, or complete, one of the two. But mainly it's going to be for the iron panel, and it'd be interesting to see where it's at from the last one, where the numbers are. The last numbers were great, man. I had a couple that were a little bit high, but yeah, it wasn't nothing. So basically, I haven't done anything for a month. Let me turn this down. And weaned off a lot of medication this last year, and I feel a lot better. Let me tell you. I don't know how to really explain it, how I felt every day. Um, it was crappy though. It was crappy. So I was talking to the wife too the other day. I was like, man, I feel pretty good. Just my joints would stop hurting. Just sitting around like this doesn't bother me, man. But if I do like this, we're in trouble, man. I mean, it's just every joint. My hips, my ankles, my knees, my shoulders, all my phalange joints. But that's it. That's bearable, and it is slowing me down some. But I don't know. It's like, dang, I feel good. Everything's fine. Meds are fine. Numbers are all right. And I think it has a lot to do with us advocating for ourselves. Really, I do. The more videos I've watched, and I got nothing but time. I've had a year. I've had actually 13 months, and to do a lot of research. And I think I just did the right things, and everything's just staying on this this plane, and it's not going up, it's not going down, and I feel better now. The ammonia levels great, so the heads are all right. Just nothing, not dizzy, just nothing. Hang on, I got my pause 1 second. Testing out this new camera. All right, back to it. Yeah, I got this new camera for my computer, and so I'm testing it out. But at least it's got a pause on it. And anyways, back to how I'm feeling, which is really good. And probably gonna jinx myself, but kind of enjoying it, But back to the advocating. I've mentioned that before. You know, the doctors, a lot of them just don't know. They just don't know. I don't know, maybe ego, and they just make guesses. And I don't think I'll ever forget that day I sat in there when they lined me out for all these meds. I didn't think they was ever going to stop. They're just like, oh yeah, give them some of this and some of these and some uppers, some downers, some all-arounders, you know. And I think that was doing more harm than good. I mean, and I've seen that talked about a lot. And I don't remember if I mentioned it in the last video, but I was watching another palliative care doctor, and he was talking about hospice as well, but he was talking about the medication, and these people come in on so much stuff and nobody knows why. And that's where I got to the point where, why am I taking all these? If nothing else, before I die, explain to me why you want me to take all these pills. Because I've never had to have them before, and now you tell me I do. But I was taking 19 different meds a day, and I'm down to 5, and I think 2 of those are vitamins, high potency, not over the counter. And the other 2 are to help keep the ascites away, which they're doing great. And I mean, that's it. Took me a while to get straightened up coming off of that blood pressure medication. I just didn't understand that one too. That one really bothered me. I just kept at it and kept at it. My doctor, my new one, thank God he listens to what I'm saying, and he understands. If I need these meds, by all means, I'm gonna take them. If this is what's gonna, prolong my life, yeah, But if I don't need them, I don't want to take them. And I've been that way all my life. I don't like pills. And I never had to take any. Really none at all until this happened. So 60 years, And very rarely I'd take occasional extra strength Tylenol, But I just didn't take any. And then, they're cramming all this in me. And I still got that stuck in my head where 20% of the people that go to hospice recover. And their explanation is exactly what I'm saying. When you go to hospice, you have to give up everything. So you're going somewhere to die. And so there's no reason to be on anything except for pain management. So that's what hospice is. I mean, they do more, but you're not under a doctor's care anymore. You're under a nurse practitioner's care, basically, with hospice. And they just, it's pain management, until you die. But people get in there, and then they get better. And I kind of feel like that's what's happened, especially when I can look back and I can watch back some of my videos as well, and I've talked about it. It's like, it's just too much meds, man. Y'all killing me. It's just like the peritonitis. Y'all killing me. It's you doing it. I can't get over that either. It's you caused this. I didn't have this until you give me the stupid pills. It was the medication. They had it all whacked out. But I had to advocate for myself, and I just kept at it with the wife and looking and going over, and it's like, this is just not right. Had a doctor's appointment, talked to him about it, and some kind of witchcraft fuckery come out of their mouth, trying to explain it. And we left that appointment, and we talked about it. Like, I don't know, And so we made a decision. Well, we had an appointment coming up soon with my GI, and we'll just go over it, you know, and cure, you know. And I took that back to my old PCP, the one I fired, and I went back there and told them, well, my meds have changed. And my GI said, do not make any changes and don't let anybody fuck with your meds. And they just held their head down or writing shit or typing shit in their little notepad thingies or whatever the hell they got, you know. And and I just told them what my gastrologist said, you know. Do not make any changes without calling them. So the gastrologist is the specialist. So I'm going to listen to her. I mean, I have to. She's going to be the one that's going to help facilitate a transplant when it's time. In the meantime, she's keeping me alive and healthy. And she's going to try to prolong the progression of having to have this transplant as long as she can. So the longer you can wait, the better it is. The sicker you are, the better it is. So if I ran up and just did a transplant today, my percentage of survival is lower than if my MELD score was higher. I don't know. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's the way it works. And so that's just from, you know, their studies. This is the outcome, you know, from transplants. And I believe it's John Hopkins. They're doing studies with low MELD score transplants, and we'll see how it goes. You know, they're doing Pacific, and you know, we're talking about people who are getting down around where I'm at right now, 10 to 15 in transplanting. My transplant team up here, they've got that number set into the high 20s, low 30s, and 40's the top. But I tell you what, and I've said this the whole time, you know, along, especially when I was really sick. You know, I hate to see what it's like to be at 30, you know. And I watched the video, and this dude was at 34, and he was in ICU, and he was in desperate need of a liver, and you know, he was already hooked up to breathing machines, everything I'm against. So it really made me start to thinking, you know. And so this dude held out, you know, and they got him a liver, and he survived. But my golly, you know, I've already said I didn't want to live to, you know, like that, you know. You gotta breathe for me, just let me go. I mean, for real. But then I got to thinking, it's like, damn, man, well, if that's your decision, you know, what happens if the next day they're like, hey, we got a heart, or I mean a liver, you know? No one would ever know, but it really made me start thinking, you know. It's like, damn, what if I give up too early? But, you know, I don't think many people really want to live on life support. People wiping their butt and, you know, feeding tube and, you know, all that crap, you know. And they just keep you full of narcotics and you don't ever wake up. You just, you know, you just sleep until you just sleep until you die, you know, basically. But I don't know. It got me to thinking, you know. It's like, what if I give up too soon? But you know, I've really had some time this last month to contemplate, though, and to evaluate where I'm at, and to go back over my test and everything, and what my gastrologist has been telling me. You know, I think I've said this here a while back, a couple videos back too. I don't know. Right now, if I can't give another 10 years the way I feel right now, you know, I really don't know. Only time's going to tell. But let me tell you, to feel good during that time is nice, you know. And so if I can carry on and not harm my liver anymore, and just do, the low sodium, which is the main concern. They can't stress it enough. So y'all, you know, that's the most important thing to these doctors is low sodium. So that's even the transplant team, and they explained it to us, and I pinned my gastrologist down exactly what do you mean, give me some numbers, but it's easy to stay under the 2000. Where we've always come up with this 1500 milligrams a day recommended, I really don't know, but I've pinned them all down, and it's actually 2000 milligrams of sodium a day, which I stay under. So all you gotta do is just kind of adjust how you eat a little bit. Don't salt the hell out of the food when you're cooking it. You you don't need it. And I think I've said this before. I didn't even own a salt shaker until I met my wife 10 years ago. I didn't even have salt in the house. Nothing. There's no salt. There was no sugar, and I just didn't ever eat it. So I guess that's good. You get plenty. You get plenty just eating. If you're not eating a raw diet, you're getting plenty of salt for our bodies. Really, you are. Everything's got it in it. Some just has a hell of a lot, and some doesn't. But pick your poison. I think cooking is probably one of the worst ways to get large amounts of salt. It's not measured really. People just shake the hell out of it, right into the pan, and salt, pepper, and some more salt, And I can tell now, because sometimes like the wife will come home for lunch, and she'll go make like an egg salad sandwich and ask me if I want like half of it because she only wants half. And so I'll, sure, no problem. And so the last two times, and I said something to her about it, and that's when I talked about salting your own damn food, but not like that. But and I took a bite out of the egg salad sandwich, and I'm like, damn, did you salt this? And she's like, well, yeah. And so we just talked about it. It's like, yada yada, to limit my salt, that's fine, cut the sandwich in half, salt your half. I mean, that's the way it has to be, so that we don't destroy my liver anymore. But I could really tell, it's like, man, I know how much salt did you put in this egg salad sandwich, It wasn't much, I don't think, but once your palate gets used to a smaller amount, it's just like, you can really tell, But so, that's where I'm at. I don't think I see my primary till February, I believe, the very first week of February. But I don't really think I need to see him before. We're just waiting on numbers. So the iron, that's just a numbers game. I could do this with that part without the doctor. I really don't need the doctor. But I could just go to Red Cross and accomplish the same thing. No doctor involved. And the only thing I gotta have is a doctor to order the iron panel, Really, I think we should be able to just go get a blood test anytime we want if we want to pay for it. But it takes the doctor, But that's all I'm going to need, just to get these numbers down. And, if they're good, we won't check again for, if they don't move at all, probably won't check for 3 months. But I think right now the plan is kind of like check every 30 days, I believe, is the plan for right now. And just see where the numbers are. The ferritin was still a little bit higher than what they wanted it to be, well within the normal range. I mean, actually, they want to take me down below the normal range, and I'm almost there. It was 39.2, and they wanted me around 30. But if they sucked more juice out of me where I'm at right now, it would be counterproductive, and they'd make me anemic. I said something before. The doctor said, "Oh, by the numbers, you should be slightly anemic." But thank God I didn't feel it, because that really sucks when you're anemic. But this last time they did it, took me 2 weeks to not be tired. I don't know. If you've never been anemic, you just don't know. But it's like you just ran a marathon, and it feels like that all the time. You're just totally exhausted, and you're just a slug. And that's what being anemic did to me, anyways. But that's the plan. So tomorrow we head to Medford. Weather's not too bad, just cold as hell. 36 on the beach this morning. What the heck is that? But we'll come over the pass. I don't think we even have to head out till 7:30 tomorrow. Appointment's at 11. Should get there right on time. And hopefully the appointment won't take too long. And of course I'm going to have to stop at Abby's, get my pizza game on, and hopefully be home, 3-ish again. That'd be nice. It's nice to get home and have a few hours just to chill. Plus we got to take care of the dog, and the dog's injured and tore a ligament in the leg. I don't know. So if it's not one thing, it's the other. So her leg doesn't really seem to be getting better. I don't know. I think they want to operate on. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully the day will go by all right. No hitches, and there's no snow or anything forecast for us, and we'll just be able to zippy right over the path. It don't matter anyways. 4-wheel drive pickup truck, snow tires on it, snow rated tires, and that's the whole purpose of having it, is to get inland in the winter. You pretty much need that. But that's where we sit. Just not a whole lot else really going on. Wife's been a little ill this last week. She has a doctor's appointment coming up next week, but hopefully she can relax some over Christmas. She's gonna head down to Reading, and depending on the weather, depending on how long she'll be gone, 4 to 5, 6 days, somewhere around there. But last year, she was ready to go, and at the last minute she couldn't because of me. And we actually ended up in the ER on Christmas Eve. I don't remember which one. I don't remember if we had to go inland on that time or not. I have to really look back. It doesn't matter, but we were in the ER on Christmas Eve, and I don't know. I think I went inland, and that's where that doctor really helped us out a lot, finally. But I don't know, just ain't got a whole lot more to say. And hopefully they'll be able to give me something non-narcotic, for this joint pain. I know they have stuff for it. And I believe my sister takes something, and I know she's not taking narcotics. And but she's got rheumatoid arthritis, and so there is something out there. We'll see what they say. But I'm off of the narcotics. I don't need them anymore, and occasionally I will take some. I think it's extra strength Tylenol is what I can take now. and I can take 4 of those bad bears a day, but I don't even think I take any more than once a week. Maybe, maybe occasionally, like twice a week, I'll take some of that extra strength at bedtime. But other than that, it's just one more pill to get off of, and I don't think I can get off it anymore. Really, I don't. I don't think I'm gonna try because I know exactly what these ones are doing and why I need them. And one thing I do not want to risk is the ascites again. Really, I don't want to go backwards there. And my doctor's making sure I don't. And that was one condition about hiring him as my new doctor. And I told him, straight up, if you do anything, that causes the ascites to come back, it's over with, dude. I'll fist fight you, seriously, But we don't do anything without running through the gastro, anyways, now. So any change whatsoever, we just call and tell them. And like I said, I think I called about this other drug here a while back, and I haven't had time to research that anymore. But that was one I should be taking in conjunction with the lactulose. And basically, the studies I've seen saying, well, if you're taking one and not the other, you're kind of foolish. But the doctor did call the wife back, and talk to her about it, and she's just like, you really don't need it because your number's fine, and it'll just be another pill. It's like, all right, she's looking out for me. She knows I don't like these pills, but you never know. I'll research some more, but right now everything's fine. Really it is. And I wish we had a Red Cross here that was way more active. I could just give blood there, but dealing with those bills, man, those ones just added up fast. The blood work, I don't know what the dealio is. So I started using the Sutter Coast outreach branch up here that we have of the hospital that's in California. Well, we have a lab up here, and then they have um, radiology up here, and if I have them draw my blood, it's $690. It's just like crazy, I started getting these bills. I'm like, and the wife's like, well, it's gonna take the insurance a month or two, yeah, just wait, Well, I've been waiting and nothing ever happened. I've already changed labs again, and I told them, I told the office lady for my doctor, I was like, we have to change. I can't get my blood drawn here no more. She's like, oh no. I was like, I need to have these all, switched over to Interpath. And, and I just told her why. If I take it up to Interpath, I don't see a bill. I've been here 10 years, and all the lab work I've had done, which I've had to always have twice a year, lab work for this other issue that has nothing to do with this. And nothing, And, I just told her, I was like, I don't know what the difference is, Free or your bill for $690, Y'all doing the same thing. But if I go to the Sutter Hospital in Crescent City in California, if I go down there directly to their lab, I don't see a bill. I only see it at this outreach up here in Brookings. So it's an easy fix. I mean, the two labs are only a couple 100 feet apart. I just choose the free one, and they're most helpful. Never had a problem. I've been using them the hell out of them. At least once a month. That's where I do my PEth test once a month there, and like clockwork, But and then the phlebotomy, I switched where I was getting the phlebotomies done, because I was going back down to the infusion center. They were charging $490 to suck blood out for what Red Cross begs us to give them. Actually, Red Cross pays you. They give you these gift cards now. Everybody gets like a $10 gift card just for a blood donation, and y'all want to charge me $490. You know, I don't. Can you? And then they tell me they destroy my blood because they have no way to store it. And I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, and they do. You know, they just destroy all my blood. I'm like, this is, you know, there's nothing wrong with my blood. It can be used even with the hereditary mutation, gene mutation. My blood can still be used. And Red Cross will take it. But, you know, living where I do, it's pretty iffy to get in on a blood draw. But I'm gonna try. I'm already looking at their schedule. One of the churches here does it mainly, but we'll see where my ferritin numbers are. And if the doctor wants me to drop another 500 milliliters, I'm just gonna tell him, yo, dude, I'm gonna try to Red Cross it, you know, because you know they'll give me a $10 gift card versus the hospital charging me $490. But I haven't got a bill yet from this other place here in Brookings where I had my last one done, and it's been over a month because I had to wait a month. It's probably been a month and a half actually, you know, since my last one. I had to wait a while, give him a blood test. He's like, yada yada, wait a month. You know, so it's been a month and a half. And I haven't seen no bill. So I don't know. You know, this healthcare, you know, I guess it's kind of like taking your car to the auto mechanic, you know. You just got to shop around for the best deal. You know, it's a sad state of affairs, but it's the way it is. And, you know, that's it for us. We're just cruising, you know. Biggest issue now is the dog's leg. It's hurt, you know. But really, that's the biggest issue going on, I think. But we'll just keep hanging out. I'll get back, probably put out another video maybe over the weekend. We'll see. Maybe Sunday or something. I don't know. We'll see what this doctor's got to say and what their game plan is. And if it's not feasible, it just ain't gonna be feasible for me. You know, I can't. I don't want to make more than one trip a month to Medford. You know, as long as I don't have to make more. You know, if I was going there because of a transplant, you know, which won't happen in Medford, but you know, that would be fine. You know, I would go more often, but you know, once a month over there is plenty. My gastro, I only have to go every 3 months. It's either 3 months to talk to her or 6 months for upper GI. But it's every 3 months. That's the way it's scheduled out. And so the off office visits where she does the upper GI, we do converse. We converse every time I see her over there at the hospital, you know, and yada yada yada. And so it's kind of like an office visit too, but she doesn't charge you for that. She just charges for the upper GI. And you know, I got my bill for that, you know. And some of these doctors are so reasonable, you know, on what they charge, and she's one of them. You know, the time it was all said and done, I owe like $28. $28 for an upper GI, you know, and that's the reading, the pictures. anyways, enough about that dieting, but anyways, it does work. And so when I'm going to talk some more about dieting, but not that. So when I got sick and I had all this plethora of doctors, and so they all want to put me on a diet of sorts. And so every time I seen a doctor, she had a different diet for me. And I wanted to do what was right for my body. Me and my wife both did. And so it was really frustrating. They're like, this is what you need to eat. And yada, yada, yada. And so we'd come home, clean out the refrigerator and the crap. Wife would go Freddy's, go shopping just for me, and get this, the food they wanted me to eat, yada, yada. And then the next week I'd see another doctor and it changed again. It was just like, and so we'd come home and we'd do it over, we're just like, dang, and they just kept happening. It's like, I told my wife, I was like, they almost got me down to just a glass of water a day, and I don't think I can survive on that. And so one thing they always did preach was high protein. All right, that's no problem, chicken, fish, and beans, high protein. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, so the last PCP I had that I fired, when the iron panel finally came back, she finally tested it, and the ferritin way out of whack, 2,000, and I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know anything about it, so I'm crapping my pants, and I'm like, yada yada. I'm like, what do we need to do? What do we need to do, And she's like, puts me on this no iron diet type thing, no greens, I'm like, alright, So we change up, the diet some more here. I'm like a rabbit and cow, grazing out of the fridge, but nothing green. But anyways, and so I go see the hepatologist. And they do the gene test, and, well, yeah, I'm screwed. And yada yada. And so he's like, this, you can live with this. And we'll get you straightened out as far as that part goes. And so he got done with his spill, took the gene test, went back. And anyways, he got me lined up to start doing the phlebotomies and everything. And I asked him that. This is my second visit. He just started treating me. First visit was just for the blood test. And so we asked him, what kind of diet should I be on? He's like, diet? He's like, I don't put any of my patients on any kind of diet. And I'm thinking, huh? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, basically what he told us was, your PCP doesn't know jack crap. He's like, you can go out in the field and graze with the cows. You cannot eat enough spinach, or anything like that to affect your iron levels in your blood. It's the wrong kind of iron, and it's not what we're talking about. And you can eat, you can't eat too much, I'm like, so I can have spinach? She's like, absolutely. He's like, you have no diet restrictions with me, and this is my hepatologist. I'm like, well, alright, great, and so we just kind of rocked with that, and, basically my gastro just kept telling me low sodium, high protein, which we pretty much known for eons, and so we just continued on, with that plan, change the food again, but, the GI now, she just says low sodium, So I must be eating alright. She knows I've gained some weight, and she sees me and she sees the numbers, and just don't put a bunch of crap in your system, It has to go through your liver. Think about it. Think about if you want your liver chewing on it. And other than that, That's why I'm getting my Abby's pizza, If I stay around 1,000 milligrams or less of salt all week, hey, if I want to go eat some Abby's pizza, that obviously all the meats have tons of salt in it, and I'll probably eat more than 2,000 milligrams of salt in that sitting, good to go, It's kind of the same way that my pain specialist was explaining, which I think he did explain to my primary care about how prescriptions work, and yada yada. So basically, like with the opiates, he's like, well, I'll use this for an example. And so the script was take 1 to 4 a day. And so if you don't need any during the day, but you need it at night, well, you can take 2. You can take 3. You can take all 4 of them at one time if you want. And this is the oxy, And I'm like, oh, really? He's like, as long as you don't go over this in a 24-hour period. I don't think my old PCP understood that, because she always spazzed. It's like, you write me a script and you tell me I can't use it. And that's exactly what she did, She gave me a script for 4 oxys a day and for 30 days. And when I called in to get the refill, she crapped herself. You shouldn't have had to use all those. Really? And how do you know? Why did you write the script? It was stupid, because she actually said it. She's like, well, I figured you'd only take like 2 a day. And I was like, no, And so she started, I don't know, I've already blogged about it, about that escapade, but so if I stay low on salt, and I splurge once a month or whatever, and so be it. If I get me Subway, I usually won't eat very much besides that for the day. I mean, when I order Subway, they have to load it, and I think G23 is talking about this in his live chat. It's like, you gonna load that bad bear. Now with the online app, you can sit here at home, you can plus or minus each thing. I want more hot pepper, and you can get a big old fat sandwich, Sadly, they're not $5 anymore, but I think mine are 13. I get the foot-long spicy Italian Pro, which is double protein. That's a hell of a lot of meat, and it's all I can do to eat half of that for a meal. Seriously, it's a big sandwich, But that's all, and it's under 2,000 milligrams of sodium, but you're getting up there with just that one sandwich. You're really getting up there around 1,500 just for the sandwich. But if that's all I eat for the day, if I get that, eat it for lunch and dinner, and then have stuff like yogurt and fruits, the other part, so the only sodium would be coming from the Subway. Yeah, and their information's right there. You know how much. I don't count the numbers per se. I do look at stuff occasionally out of curiosity. I know I'm not getting too much salt, because if I was, I'd be getting drained again. And so that's one thing that will happen if I eat too much salt. And so I'll start retaining the fluid again. And we got everything cycling good. And so low sodium, and basically, whatever. I don't eat red meat, big bloody steak on my plate. You won't find that for me. Now the wife, she'll eat that crap. It's still moving on her plate, I swear. But I eat occasional burger, cooked, but not much into red meat. Just never have been, I think probably because I ate it too much when I was poor. But hamburger helper. you know, that great stuff. But I don't know. I better get off of here. Uh, Getting on about an hour. So we'll just call this an update and a bunch of blabbering about pretty much nothing, and my computer won't shut up here. There we go. And just to talk a little bit about how I'm doing. Now, I won't ever recover from this until I do get the transplant. That's the thing. So no matter how good I feel right now, the problem still exists. How bad the problem is what I think I'm going to start working on with the gastro. Can we pull up some percentages and some numbers on what's working and what isn't, and how much, and yada yada. So I'll talk to her. She should be able to have a pretty good idea, you know. Um, I just did all those testing last month. They can't test me for anything, examine me for anything more than, they did inside, outside, and um, thank God the colonoscopy. I was on the 10-year winning team for that. Absolutely nothing in there, nothing to take out, and said come back in 10 years for that. Works for me. Works for me. The upper GI, it's real simple. Just takes a couple minutes. All they do is make you just take your shirt off, and you don't even have to take your shoes off or anything. They wheel you into the operating room thingy like that. Yeah, they just wheel you in and juice you up and put the tube in, and they're in and out. But yeah. So stay healthy, guys. You know. See your doctor if you need to. I would definitely question everything your doctors ever do to you, though. Don't be shy. Remember, you're paying them good money, and be it through the insurance company or your pocket, they're still making good money. Really, they are. And question them. And get your second opinions. Do your research. Be your own advocate. That's something that we really learned, and we had to learn it the hard way. It's like, damn, you all fuckers ain't gonna help me. I'm gonna have to help myself here, and I'm not the doctor, and I'm not the nurse, and we just did it, we confer, we do really, really trust the gastro, and the new doctor, he's doing great, man. My new primary, not a problem, and not a whole lot he can really do for me. Um, just monitor me. He knows he ain't gonna be allowed just to start changing up my scripts um, without me running it through the gastro. I've made all that perfectly clear in the appointments. Everything goes through her first before I do it, and just the way it is. Now, when I was coming off the blood pressure medicine, I had him do that and monitor me for that. But every month when the amount went lower, my wife would call the gastro and let them know. And then when we came off of it, she let them know as well. So the gastro knows. They don't have to wait 3 months and, oh, you're on the same meds? No, we keep them updated instantly. And seriously, the same day we will do it. And we have to. It's my life. And I don't think anybody cares, really, if I'm alive or dead but me, really. Well, my wife. But you guys know what I mean. The doctors don't care. You just come in and go out, you're a paycheck. And Sadly, most of them are that way. But yeah, there is some caring ones. But anyways, I'm gonna jump off of here. I'm just a little over an hour. I don't think I've ever went this long on a video. But I'll catch you up on Sunday, if not early part of next week. And maybe we'll talk about what I'm gonna do with this channel. It's changed. And I don't know. We'll talk more about that. Maybe I'll do it Sunday. And till then, you know, you guys enjoy the weather if it's nice. It's nice and sunny here. Just, well, it's up to 50 now, so not too bad. It was 36 when I got up. But you guys be safe. New flu crap, you know, stay away from that. I've seen some people that are just catching it and they're just like deathly ill, you know, and I can't afford that. But yeah, anyways, I'm out of here till this weekend at least, and I'll let you know how that appointment goes. You guys be safe. I appreciate you watching. As always, there's a link down below if you choose to help with my medical cost. That goes 100% to my medical cost, and only thing that PayPal is being used for. And feel free to donate any amount. You can do it anonymous. I don't have to know who you are, yada yada. And it's a PayPal link, so you know any piece of plastic card will work, you know. So anyways, I do appreciate it. We do. You know, especially when it comes to the gas going inland and the miles we put on. Should have kept track of the miles. Really, I should have. But anyways, the link's down there, and I'll catch you guys later. All right. Peace out.